In this lesson, we're learning the second middle vowel sound, As you probably know, this sound can be very difficult for many English learners. This is because the R sound is often produced differently in many different languages. In English, as we can see on the chart, we're using the middle part of the tongue, and this sound in English is very solid and strong. Remember when I told you not to worry too much about the IPA? This is one of the big reasons why. If you look at the sound in your language on a chart, it can be useful just to see if it's in the same place, but the symbol itself really doesn't matter because there are actually quite a few different symbols that are used for this sound, and at least in the way that I talk and the way that I will be teaching you, we really just have this one solid sound for both the vowel and the consonant. In other varieties of American English or in other varieties of English, there's actually a difference between the vowel and the consonant, and we'll talk a little bit more about that later. So don't worry too much about that particular symbol. It really doesn't matter. Just focus on making a nice solid sound, and you'll be just fine. There are a few important details about this sound that we have to talk about. So we see that from front to back, we're using the middle part of the tongue, and from top to bottom, we're again in that middle height. This area is shared with the schwa sound, but the sound, as you can see, is a little higher. So this is a good thing because it creates two natural anchor points where you know that you just have to go down a little bit to reach the schwa, up a little bit to reach the But these two sounds are also almost kind of opposite in shape. The schwa sound we know is down and flat and relaxed, and I told you before that you can make that bowl shape and sort of push down. The you want to kind of do this. You want to come up and have a rounded shape the other way. Now, I've seen some teachers say that the tip of your tongue should be pointed up towards your teeth here, and that's perfectly fine. I don't do it that way. In my mouth, it actually feels like the tip of my tongue here is either pointed down a little bit or maybe straight a little bit. Either way, it doesn't matter what the tip of your tongue really does. You don't want to touch the top. You don't want to tap, for sure. Don't do that. But you want a nice solid base here in the middle of your tongue. It should be kind of tense. And you don't want to go too far up or too far back, because we need enough space in here. It's kind of a tight sound where you have to get everything just right. And if you go too high, you'll sound like If you go too far back, you'll sound like and we don't want that. So make sure there's some space around the tongue, but make sure that it's nice and solid and it's in the higher part of that middle area. Now there's one other important detail here, which is the lips. Now the lips are not required to make this sound. They're absolutely not. I can say and it sounds fine. There's not really a problem with that. However, native English speakers do often push the lips not out, but more like up a little bit. From the front, from the side. If you don't have anything like this in your language, you probably don't have the fine muscles in your lips built yet. And so this can take a lot of practice. I've seen many English learners try to do this and they might put their mouth to the side, or they might just push their lips out like an ooh, and it's not right. So you want to make sure the lips are coming more up and not so much out. As I said, it's not required, but in my experience, if your tongue is in the right place and you're not using the lips can actually make it sound clearer because you're kind of giving a little more space for the sound to come out, and that often can fix the problem. But if your tongue isn't in the right place, it's not really going to work. We're actually not going to look at spelling patterns in this video because the vowel sound is a little complicated for both spelling and how it affects the vowel sound before it. So we're going to talk about that soon. As I said earlier, the consonant and the vowel are the same sound. So we'll look at example words for both of these. The only real difference between the consonant sound and the vowel sound is that the consonant sound is very short and fast. For example, and make sure that you repeat these words after me. Read, rip, red, rat, brought, run. Notice in all of those examples the is short, If we look at the vowel sound it's a little bit longer. Now, don't confuse this with stress, because a stressed syllable, as we know, is usually longer and louder, but the vowel is very frequently not stressed. It's just that compared to the consonant sound, it's longer. That doesn't mean that it's stressed. Repeat after these examples. Power, earth, learn, were, fur, cure. And now a tongue twister, which will really help to work your mouth to get this sound just right. Repeat after me. Reading the writing of rightful learners cured the first insurers. Now notice at the end there, we have and again. It is extra difficult. You kind of just drop the air and then push it back out really quick, or you can sort of move your tongue just a little bit and it'll give us this little difference in sound as you go back into it. Insurer. It's time to start the remaining back vowels, which you can do by clicking this video here for the oo sound. Practice what we talked about today, and if you're still having trouble with the sound, let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.